going, everybody? Angelo here. Welcome back to the Shave Arcade. So this is the one that I've been talking about, that it's going to be something different, special. So what we're going to do is going to be a complete random shave, but it's not just going to be any kind of random. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to do a D&D style, polyhedral dice style type of rolls for our shave using these babies here. If you play D&D, tabletop role-playing games, you know what I'm talking about. So everything from the D4 to the D20. The only thing that I haven't figured out what to do yet with is the percentage dice that you use for to roll a 100. Still trying to figure that out yet. So if you have any ideas, maybe for the cubes, but what to use the percentage dice for. But so I have columns you'll see for the 6 dice out of the 7. So I'm still trying to figure out what to do with this one. But anyways, these are the dice that I'm going to use. But yes, so this is what I came up with right here, if you can read that. So each dice is going to be representing a category for your shave, okay? And I really encourage you guys do this, especially if you are, if you do play D&D like I do, Dungeons and Dragons, or tabletop role-playing games of any kind. And you're also a wet shaver. I think this would be pretty fun to do. It's a good way to use stuff in your den, combine things, and come up with combinations that you probably never would have thought of. So yes, for the D20, right here, 20-sided die, we're going to roll and choose out of 20 different soaps. But what we're going to be using, actually, because another good way to use up, especially if you have a lot of samples, stuff like that, but advent calendar soaps from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Plus also, too, you see that when I do the roll, how I'm going to have them displayed out kind of makes sense to have smaller little items like this. So D20 is going to be for the soap. The D12 is going to be the aftershaves. So I'm going to be using all the different ones from this year's and also whatever I need to make up from last year's advent calendar as well. And then I'm going to use the D10. So that's going to be out of this baby here. That's going to be out of 10 different brushes. And then we're going to use, if it's backwards, anyways, the D8, which is this, 8-sided dice. We're going to choose out of 8 different razors. And then also the D6, which is going to be, which is like your regular 6-sided dice, are the blades, what blade I'm going to use. And then finally, what's also known as the caltrop, but your D4, your pyramid, is going to be what bowl. So we're going to have that many options to choose. And when I roll, that's going to determine what item to use for the shave. And then we'll put it all together, and then we'll come back here. Probably have a shower first, but and then do the shave with all of these items. And I will write down each one when we do the roll. So let's go do that right now. Okay, let's roll for soap. Natural 20. So starting trail north, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The soap is Whistling Dixie. Okay, now we're going to roll for splash. 2, 1, 2. So, sweet potato pie. Okay, now we're going to roll for brush. Oh! 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Amber aerolite. Now we're going to roll for razor. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, old trusty. Mercur 34C HD. Whoa! This is what we're going to use. Now we're going to roll for blade. 1. 7 o'clock Perma Sharp, my favorite blade. Now we're going to roll for bowl. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, old trusty. Fine Accoutrements lather bowl. Okay, that was fun. So we got everything rolled, but I want to kind of show one thing that was really cool. So this was the dice that I used during the roll. These were sent to me by Barry Texan Shaves, and they are just so cool because they like, oh gosh, I don't want to drop them in. I got a sink full of water here, but so they all like light up and stuff. It is so neat. This little case here, you charge it, and yeah, so they all light up, which is it's just so neat. Then while I'm flexing, when it comes to sit that over there, thank you, Barry. Those are so cool, and I can't wait to use them on my campaign. Also, Doug Lane over at Adopted Acres out of Asheville, Ohio. He also plays D&D as well, and his brother actually made this, and he sent it to me because one of my characters that I play in a campaign, because I DM and Dungeon Master, but I also am a player for another campaign, and my character is a barbarian, and he sent me this, which is so cool. So it is I just want to be careful. Again, I don't want to drop my dice in the water, but it's fine. So I have some dice in there. So this is a dice tray. So you can put your dice in there. You can load them up. I just got a set in there, and that I have here, which actually this little set here was from a bar soap that had dice in it, which also was from Doug Lane. So, and then this was one that I had bought at the Renaissance Festival this past year, and it's got it's a little D20 that has a little, if you can see it, has a little ducky in there. So I keep him, stay safe. And then the lid actually is a dice tray. So you can roll your dice in that, and then it just all magnets together like so. And you have a little carrying case with your dice as well as a dice tray. And you take this with you on the go, and I guess Doug's brother 3D printed made all these. And you can do it for any of the, the different classes out there. Me, barbarian. So yes, I'll put that off to the side. Okay, so we did our roll. We did our rolls. So I wrote it down here, as you can see. So soap we have, which is going to be Whistling Dixie. And the majority of everything, as far as soaps, aftershaves, brushes, everything is all Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. So from the Advent calendars, this was from the 2024 Advent calendar, which was Whistling Dixie. So I have the soap, and we rolled the D12 for the splash, which we got the sweet potato pie, the brush, which was my Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and that is the Amber Aerolite, one of my first. I absolutely love this brush, synthetic knot. And then the razor is my Mercur 34C HD, the blade, 7 o'clock Perma Sharp, and the bowl ended up being the Fine Accoutrements, which you've seen this many a time on the channel. This was my very first one, tried and true. But yeah, so we got all our rolls together. And like I said, as far as for the percentage die, got any ideas, please put it in the comments below. Could be possibly for a cube, maybe like 0 and then 10, 20. That could be a 10-sided, I guess, just like the D10, possibly. Because I know I definitely have at least 10 cubes up there, and I got some here, some in the shower. But anyways, so I'm going to set that off to the side. And I'm going to use, again, out of homage for the Advent calendars, I'm going to use my pick. This was from the 2024, I believe. Yes, this was from the 2024. This is the one Glue in the Dark. So that was really fun. So we're going to get our soap. I'm doing everything right on camera. So I'm going to throw this into the water down there. There it goes. And we're going to scoop. That way you see everything's happening right here on camera. No cuffs or anything about that. Setting that off to the side. It's the thing. And we're just going to put it in the bowl just like this. Okay, there you go. Soap. I mush it all nice and oh man, Whistling Dixie. This is so good. All right, set that off to the side right there. Rinse that off. So put that off to the side. Got my towel. And we're going to load the razor while my brush is soaking. Still recovering kind of from a cough, so please bear with me, everybody. Oh my gosh, I just can't get over this. This one was definitely one of my favorites. So, quick drink. Cheers. But yeah, 7 o'clock Perma Sharps, if you can get them. This was from the old stock when they were still being made, I believe. Yes, in St. Petersburg, Russia. Not sure where they're made now, but throw that off to the side. And we're going to open this up. This was my first BB razor that I got 4 years ago. I still have the buy history on my Amazon account. So it's kind of seeing it there just kind of brings back a little nostalgia every time. But load just like this. And one thing too, I mean, there is tiny little blade overhangs. If you guys have like the DE89 or, you know, any of these type of head razors like Merkur 33C, 34C. When you go to tighten it, if you don't want to grab it like I am, you can just use your towel, put it in there and tighten it and grip it that way. All little tips and tricks that I learned, most of which from watching all of you and fellow wet shavers out there, and also Doug Smythe's videos when I was first getting started for learning everything that I could learn possibly about Phoenix Artisan accoutrements and watching all of his stuff. He's one of the innovators for a reason. The man knows his stuff, but also all of you. Thank you. So there we go. And this is in the CK6 base, vegan base for Phoenix shaving. And oh my gosh, this is going to lather up so nice. I'm just wondering how it's going to pair with the sweet potato pie. I got about 4 days of growth. Yeah, 4 days of good growth going on. So this is going to feel really nice. And I have used that blade in this razor before. So I do know that will work perfectly. And I've used this bowl, as you see, many a time on the channel. So, oh, sorry about that. It's kind of loud. Just pretty excited. So just had a shower, which I always tend to shower at night, and I do my shaves at night, unless making a video like this, or during the weekend, during the day, something like that. But majority of the time, I tend to shave at night before bed. So we're going to have a Whistling Dixie sweet potato pie scented shave today. And if you do decide to do this, please tag me in it. Let me know. There's a lot of ways you can do this. I mean, you could use a randomizer or anything like that, but you know, however you want to do it. If you use, as you saw, I just laid everything out on that's actually the felt that I made custom cut to put on my table when I run a campaign, for D&D and for Dungeons and Dragons. And I lay that on, I actually cut it to fit my, dining room table for that felt that you saw that I had my dice tray on. And yes, so here we go. This is looking really good, y'all. As we know and love, CK6 lathers just beautifully. So just building it in the bowl like so. And great lather. Okay. And as you saw, I did not need much out of that. These samples, I mean, these sample sizes from the advent calendar do last pretty long, because you don't need much to create a great lather, as you can see. So, but there are 4 of us in the Amador household that are all wet shavers. So we use some soap, and it's not like we're going to run out. So, all right, I think that's looking pretty good, y'all. We are going to just do one more dip of water in the sink and we're gonna call that good. So we're gonna get going here. We're gonna wet the face, and we're going to get this lather on. Please, it feels so good. So, all right, here we go. Oh yeah, that smells so good. Feels so good on the face. So I build it in the bowl, and then as you can see, I also like to kind of build it up on the face too. And just gradually start to increase the water for it. Not too much, because I really don't like a really big, huge Santa Claus poofy lather. I like it to be well structured and hydrated. And you want to talk about some lather, go check out Lathered Yeti. Check out his page. And you want to see a PhD master in lathering, watch his channel, y'all. Go watch Lathered Yeti. Chris, brother, you are in a whole realm all to yourself, brother. So please, you want to see some lather, go check out his channel, y'all. For sure. And I'll tag him down in the description below too. But this is looking really good. This is looking really good. Okay. So you can definitely add in some more water. So you build in the bowl, and then I gauge it. And then if I want, I'll just add a little bit more water by dipping my brush into the sink of hot water. And there you go. So if I wanted to take more time building it in the bowl, I could. But yes, perfect. Really good. Okay, we're going to call that good for his first pass. Yes. All right. There we go. Set that off to the side. Clear that off. And there we go. Okay. Now, do apologize. Yes, it's going to be a longer video because, you know, we had to do the whole thing beforehand. So there we go. But I wanted to show you, I did everything on camera. I usually will make the lather beforehand, get everything prepped and ready before getting going. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys saw that everything was right and true and was all done as everything that I picked. So there was no mix matching or substituting or anything like that. You saw exactly everything made and put together right here on camera. So you know that this is going to be a Whistling Dixie and sweet potato pie shave. Well, if I do this again, I will, just for time's sake, roll for everything, get the choices made, and then, make the lather and everything beforehand, off camera. So, but just to, like I said, this time constraint and everything, I just want to make sure I don't go too long for you guys. Because as you saw, I rolled for every single segment, and also got the stuff prepped and everything. So now that you see how the game is going to be played, now you see how the campaign is going to roll out. So I plan to do more of these. And if you do like this, please let me know. If you do decide to do it, definitely let me know. Do you play D&D? Are you a DM, a dungeon master, game master? Are you a player? If you are, what's your character? What's your class? What's your, what are you running with? So please let me know in the comments. I definitely would love to know. But this is definitely putting together two things that I truly like. I've been wanting to do this shape for a minute. Like I said, my last video, I wanted to do for Adopted Acres, for Doug Lane. Wonderful human being. Go check him out. Pick up some stuff. He's got a lot of stuff in the works too, so keep an eye out for things over at Adopted Acres, please. But man, this, like I said, this is a great pair. This 7 o'clock Permasharp and the Recur. I mean, as you guys know, this is a mild to, I guess, sub-medium razor, depending on who you are, but you throw that blade in there, yeah, it just took care of all of that growth I had. Real nice. So let's get under the nose real fast before we go for our second pass. There we go. Beautiful. Well played. I think I rolled at least a 15 on that for a strength check. So I just increased my charisma modifier. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, my charisma mod just went up to at least a plus 2. So yeah, definitely gonna roll it higher on the charisma. So all right, let's go for the second pass. So look at that. Oh man. So like I said, this is a cool way. You can do it this way like I did. You can put everything into a spreadsheet if you want. So let's say if you want to do roll like a D100 or something. And if you have over, like me, if you have over 100 soaps, you can do that. I mean, however you want to categorize it, but that's the beauty of this. And that's the beauty, what I love about D&D as well, Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop role-playing games, is that you can create it to be whatever you want. Just like with wet shaving, you can make your shave to be whatever that you want. So it's like two perfect type of things to just use your imagination to create something that only is for you. Now with D&D, you're also creating it for everybody else that's playing in the party. Or if you're the dungeon master, the game master, you're creating it for your players. But this is for you. This is your time right now. This is our time right now. So if you know what I'm talking about. So you can create this. So like I said, you can take lay soaps out and then roll for what you're going to use. And then, your aftershaves, razors, just like I did. So like I said, you can do it. And I think next time I will incorporate to use the percentage dice as another D10, and I'll use that to choose a cube. I think we'll do that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So I didn't really think about it. I was kind of lost on what to do, but I'm like, definitely know I got at least 10 cubes up there to choose from. So, and I have quite a few that are all open as well. Because once you open them, then, you're releasing all of that, aura, that the mysteriousness, that strangeness that the cube, that it just emits, and you're putting that out into the universe, into the realm. So you have to be careful with stuff like that. If you have too much of that, in your shave den, it can be very, very dangerous. So, all right, man, that is a great lather. Okay, let's go. But this is a great way to use, especially stuff like the advent calendar soaps, and if you have a lot of samples or anything. But I mean, even if you just have a lot of something, this is a great way to get that, but also to be able to create, mix-ups, mash-ups that you never would have thought of to put together, and just see what will happen with it. Because I mean, besides that, yeah, you know, it's shaving. Yes. But it can be really fun or really dangerous. So, uh, I'm sure I was really thinking about putting in a wild card in the soaps, which would be a Arco stick as like, maybe like as the one, as like a critical fail, or it could be a D20. It could be a critical hit. Well, anyways, but imagine rolling a 1 being a critical fail and having it be the Arco. Now, I love Arco, but everybody else in the house cannot stand it. So it would be a win for me, but it would be a critical fail for everybody else. So I was thinking of using that as the one, and then everything else afterwards would be all the other, you know, advent calendar soaps. So, I mean, stuff like that you could do. You know, you could definitely incorporate into this. There's so much that you can think about. But I mean, just taking, you know, doing like I did, use your dice. And if you don't have any dice, there's digital ones online that you could use. There's free, like D&D Beyond or anything like that. There's dice rollers out there that you can use for free digitally. But I mean, dice is so cheap. I mean, literally, you can get a set of dice, a 7 dice, Polyhedral dice for like $5. I mean, or even less. And so, or if you know somebody, or if you just have tremendous fellow people out there like that I know, and it might just end up on your doorstep. Who knows? But if you do decide to do this, let me know. Give me the results. Even if you don't do it on camera, that's okay. Just, you know, let me know about it. Put it in the comments below if you decide to do this type of shape. So, roll for your shave. A D&D inspired wet shave. Wow, that came out great. Man, I needed that shave so bad. And again, I know it ran a little long, but like I said, there was a lot of prep involved, stuff like that. So this is the first one. There will be more, believe me. I got a lot of stuff back there to use. So there definitely will be more. And again, let me know. You can do this with anything. I got some sterling, you know, besides all my actual full size collection of Phoenix shaving. I mean, if you want to stay in the same, you know, type of artisans, if you want to mix them up, however it is that you want to do your den, it's up to you. So, but water down the drain, we're going to rinse, and then we are going to Whistling Dixie's sweet potato. And it's funny because sweet potato pie is very big in the South. Us Yankees up here in Michigan in the North, we have pumpkin pie. So, but all of you beautiful people down there in Dixie, south of the Mason line, you got sweet potato pie. I absolutely love sweet potatoes. So I'm partial to both. But I just think that it's funny because Whistling Dixie, sweet potato pie kind of go hand in hand together. Cosmos has spoken. So they did this. You saw the dice rolls. There was no lie in there. So let's go. That's good. Gosh, that is so yummy. Man. Walla walla zip boom ba. Baby, that is a combination. Oh my gosh. That is something I never would have thought. Again, this is why we're doing this, y'all. That goes great together. do this. If you have that, if you have the sweet potato from 2025 Advent calendar, and you have Whistling Dixie from 2024, try it. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comment below. But thank you guys for doing this, for this D&D inspired shave, roll for shave. So I hope you guys like this. Please let me know in the comments below. If you do decide to do it, let me know how your shave turned out and what you ended up with. Put it all in there. I want to know everything. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.